punish you. Okay.
Oh.
Now it's time for the show where content creators thirst trap. Welcome to the Nude Show. If you want to be on the podcast or become a content creator, visit thenudeblog.com/apply. Before we get started, this show contains adult language. Now, let's get on to the show.
What's up, everybody? It's time for your favorite game show. It's time for the Nude Show. We have our 4 contestants who are ready to shine. First up, we have Siren. What's up, Siren?
Hi, how are y'all? I'm a Siren. I am originally from Philly, and this is a new experience for me.
He is a virgin. Hey.
So that's not in real life.
All right, next up, we have Andre. What's up, Andre? Andre, so excited, he done muted himself.
So excited, I muted myself. I am Andre. I'm the tall one. I am 6'7".
Good grief.
Okay, black giant.
I know, right?
The gentle giant.
Next up, we got IJ. What's up, IJ?
Good evening. It's IJ all the way over from the East Coast saying hello from crazy Baltimore. Glad to be with you guys once again.
Amen.
Baltimore.
A little bit.
IJ got the most experience on this show, but the oldest tenure on the show goes to Tiller. What's up, Tiller?
Hello, everybody. After the gag and no gag reflex. How you doing?
No gag reflex. What did that come in handy for?
A lot of things.
Never mind. Let's go ahead and go to our first little mini game. All right, so for the first game, we'll take turns. I want you to come up with a porn star name for yourself. Best person gets a point. So I'll go ahead and give you a second to think. And then once you get a porn star name for yourself, go ahead and shout it out.
Shiny Clover Button.
What?
Shiny Clover Button.
Fetish felt good.
Fetish felt good. Are we doing alliteration now? Siren Andre.
I guess if I had to think of one, I would have to call myself Mr. Yin Yang.
Mr. Yin Yang.
Yeah.
That name sounds familiar.
Don't it though?
Siren?
Let me check my Twitter.
I was gonna say fuck, I just forgot the damn name. Oh wait, yeah. I was gonna say Bligger.
I just knew he was gonna say sound the alarm.
I thought he was gonna say fireman.
Nah,
Like fireside.
I said Bligger.
All right, we'll give the points to IJ. Let's go ahead and move on to our feature topic. Hey, did we ever decide what we was gonna do for the feature topic?
No.
No.
It's Pride Month.
Well,
right?
we can probably do with the new that's probably coming up, the self-driving cars.
Oh.
You wanna drive some cars nude, and that's what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Now that'd be exciting.
Because it's self-driving, so I can just sit there.
So if it's
I would say-
self-driving, does it do other things for you by itself?
Yeah, no, have parallel park.
Do it know
Well,
how
my car
to
does that
ride?
now.
Do you have to shift the gears?
No, you just have to. You say it's all automatic.
You don't have to check the oil?
Nope, that's sensory read for reports.
I can't. I can't trust it.
So
The way how my phone be glitching.
So here's the thing. I have the pre-version of that car now, and it's just a regular car. It parallel parks itself. I get notifications when it's time for the oil change. I get notifications by email when it's brake pads are low, all this other stuff. So we already have these cars already. And the car, if I go out of the lane, pulls me back in the lane. So it's already doing these things. It's just one step further to the point that you just don't put your hands on the steering wheel at all. Right now, my car is so annoying to the point it tells me when to roll up the windows. It tells me when to put my hands back on the steering wheel. So they're already doing it.
But they
Why
haven't
would
got
you
the
need to
updates
put the
yet with
windows
the
back up?
All right, so far, feature question. There's been some pictures going around the internet about this group inviting younger children to Pride. And I guess at the Pride event, they had like guys dressed in drag and stuff like that. So what do you guys think about, bringing younger people to Pride events or drag shows or things like that?
But that sounds like another commentation of parents about, oh, they try to turn my kid gay. Ooh, child. But I think it's nice. Let's go for it.
I think it's all based on, what that child is into. If that child is into that and they're trying to understand what their sexuality is, that probably is a good place for them to understand it. But if it's somebody that doesn't have any interest, I wouldn't force them to put anything like that. So for me, I work for a company that actually is involved with Pride events. And with that, I've seen kids be involved. They want to be throwing the beads. They want to do all the other fun stuff. So some of them just enjoy the involvement and the community of it. It's not about wanting to be that or wanting to be, it's an ally versus wanting to be.
How old are the kids that wants to be involved? Because I personally believe there's a time and a place for kids to be involved in things. And me personally, if I had a kid, even though I'm gay, if I had a kid, I would not bring my kid out to Pride, strictly because there's things that goes on the streets of Pride that I feel like, now this is me personally, that I feel like a kid should not witness. Even if it's during the day or for the parade, you have grown men out there that's damn near naked, wearing nothing, or walking around with their ass out, or like things like that. I feel like, now this is me personally, I feel like a kid should not see that. The parade at night is kind of risky because it kind of reminds me of Mardi Gras. The night parades are for adults. The day parades are for kids. Growing up in Mississippi, that's how it was. We didn't go to the night parades because the night parades got crazy. The last time I've been to a Pride night parade, it was crazy. So me personally, as a gay male, as a drag queen, as whatever you want to put me in, I feel like up to a certain age, kids should not be at Pride. Once they hit that teenage range where they can make their own decisions, then by all means, bring your kid out, let them go out. But anything younger than that, I personally do not think kids should be out there because it's so much that goes on during Pride that kids are not ready for.
I thought they all made them
But I
all
feel
now
as though
family
that
friendly, so everybody can go throughout the day.
That's throughout the day, but you have to realize if you take your kid out there, you must be prepared for what your 8-year-old or your 6-year-old kid is going to see. If you take by all means, take your kid out there if that's what you want to do. But at the same time, you can't be mad because a gay man's walking around with his ass out. That's Pride.
True.
So you can't be mad at that. And parents would get upset. Oh, my son's seen this. Well, you took your son to Pride as well at 5 years old, and you know what Pride. Y'all know what Pride is going to be consist of. I'm letting you know now. I have an outfit that's going to be made for Pride. I'm going to Houston Pride. I have an outfit that's going to be made, and it's going to be, yes, bitch, I'm going to be, yes. But I'm just saying, you have to be ready. you have, personally, you need to be ready for the consequences that you're going to put your child into. That's why I said if I had a kid, and I'm gay as all outdoors, and like, as you can see, my nails are painted pink. I'm also a drag queen. So if you're going to take your kids out there to Pride at a young age, you have to be ready for the outcome that may come along with that. Because ain't no one for to hide who they are because your kids out there. I'm sorry.
No need to be sorry.
I'm just being honest. Like, I never went to a Pride event until I was 28 years old. And that's because in Mississippi, we don't have stuff like that. So I didn't know about Pride and shit like that until I moved to Texas.
What do you think, Siren?
I honestly feel as though that if there is, because every state does not act the same during Pride. Like for me, I'm by Philly. I've been to Philly Pride. So Philly Pride, what Andre said, that is exactly what goes on during Pride. And when I'm in different cities, when I've been to different cities, their Pride is different. So I honestly feel as though it depends on what city you're going to, because every city does not act basically so sexual during Pride, which is basically good enough for a child to go. If you know that your city does not act the fool during Pride, take your child to Pride. But if you see videos on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever social media you have, don't take your child to Pride, because you can't be upset for whatever you see. That's what I feel. So I feel as
But
though
they, oh, sorry.
I feel as though it depends on a parent, because you should know how your pride is going to be acting. You should know who's going to be there, what's going on. And damn sure don't take your child out at night time. That you just asking for trouble at that point. You're asking for trouble at that point. I'm just saying that because my ass will have a whole suit on during the day, but as soon as nighttime comes, it's a booty shirt and tank top. Like, what y'all want? What y'all want?
But as I was looking at, most everybody Pride are basically have designated areas now for specific certain events to keep like some sex and nudity contained within certain places where you have to go there, but it's still part of Pride, but it's not like out in the open. It's still out in the open, but it barely.
But before you can get to that specific place, they still will probably have to walk through an area where they might still see something. That's the only thing. I feel as though like they need to have a one way, like basically where as soon as you leave the parking lot, that's the safe zone. So that way they don't have to walk anywhere, because if you walk past something, baby, you're gonna catch your eye. Your eye gonna catch something you don't need to be seeing. That's all I'm saying.
You want back in?
Because you know kids don't miss a beat. Kids don't miss a beat.
No, kids do not miss. I was at my family reunion this weekend, and one of my baby cousins I have never met in my life came up to me and was like, "Why are your nails pink?" Because I wanted them pink. What do you mean? But I agree. But at the same time, if I had kids, they won't be at Pride until they're old enough to make that decision on their own. Because the minute they bring their kids out there at a certain age, they're gonna swear that's part of the gay agenda, and we trying to brainwash their kids. But you brought your kids out there.
IJ?
I mean, but as my thought is this is that if you were bringing the kids, you already know what you're getting them kids into. I mean,
say that.
Because anybody that does not associate with Pride lifestyle, why are they coming to the Pride in the first place? Like, again, so like I told you, so my business that I work with actually goes to the Pride events, and we allow the families from our organization to come and do these events as well. They actually know that when they bring in their kids that are under 12, for example, under 10, under 12, they know what they're getting themselves into before they bring them kids there. And they allow they're okay with that lifestyle. So, and a lot of them are already, their families are already involved in some type of the gay lifestyle in the first place, as my dog is trying to come back on camera. So in my opinion, it's like, when you thinking about even bringing your child to that type of situation, you know what it's all about from the very beginning. So
it's true.
If you weren't with the lifestyle, then no, you should not. You should not bring the child. But if you know what's going on, then you already know what it is.
I'll say this just to kind of wrap it up, though. I think exposure is kind of important. So, and not to make a comparison, but let's say like you're around like a disabled person or a handicapped person. Like the first time you're around those type of people, you can be a little uncomfortable because you're not used to it. But the more exposure you are around different people, the more comfortable you are. And so I do think like if you shield kids from seeing different things, it kind of just creates a barrier for them. And they feel like those people must be different or, something like that. So I can see both sides. I can see like why having exposure to different type of people and being comfortable with different type of people can be important. And I can also understand like why every kid may not be mature enough to handle it. But I also feel like too, like kids are pretty generous. Like kids don't think sexually like we do. He might wonder like why your fingernails was pink, but he didn't associate that with you being sexual or gay or anything else. He really just wanted to know why your fingernails was pink. And he probably understood that girls mostly have their fingernails pink. So he probably had more questions than anything, but I don't think it's necessarily sexual. I think back to like when I was a kid, there was all types of songs that I used to sing that I didn't know were sexual. I used to sing those songs all the time, and I had no clue they were sexual at all.
Was that Peaches and Cream?
Yeah, like Peaches and Cream. Like,
I still sing that shit in the regular.
yeah, like I realized, like, oh, that song is a freak song. Like, my mom was letting me sing that song.
Look, like how many Disney movies have double entendres that we hear now as adults? We're like, oh,
Exactly.
Every last one of them.
I have a quick question. Would you say that you, and I believe in, showing kids everything so they don't be confused or like, standoffish at the beginning. But do you think Pride is the place to take your kids to, show them stuff like that? Or
So we kind of had this discussion last year when Dwayne Wade took his son to Pride, Zaya, and
daughter?
a daughter. You're right. Thank you for correcting me.
You're welcome.
I agree with some of the things that you guys said, and there might be like certain things that are more appropriate than others. So like I wouldn't do all the events, but I would go to a parade and I would go to a part of the parade where you're not going to be exposed to a whole lot, just to kind of get a feel for it. And then, bro, at the same time, like IJ said, or like
Andre.
Thank you, sir. It's not going to be for everybody. It's just not going to be for everybody. So everybody ain't going to want to go. The same way that everybody don't like sports, everybody ain't going to want to go to Pride. And so if that person is interested in Pride, then more than likely they have gay parents or lesbian parents or something like that they're probably already have some type of exposure to.
I'm just there for the drink tickets.
For the drink tickets.
I'm just there to get the drinks paid for and keep moving. I don't believe in buying drinks. Look at me.
You're not trying to get no
I'll do the contest. Give me a contest. I win it.
I will be throwing the beads in the parade. Okay.
All right, good job, y'all. All right, we'll go to the last part, which is going to be a section called Impulse. All right, so I'm going to say a topic, and then you say the first thing that come to your head, first thing that come to your mind.
Oh, shit.
Are you sure you want to do that with me? Exactly, that part.
You said, do you want to get this?
I'm going to say a topic, and you say the first thing that come to your mind. You guys ready?
I'm going to excuse myself now. Okay.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Go for it.
All right. Big.
DSLs.
Child,
I didn't hear the word.
The word is big.
Ass.
Penis.
Next word. Next word, cookie.
Cream.
Apple. Chris, cookies.
Cookies and cream.
Did he say apple?
Give me the cookie.
Give me the cookie.
Apple. Yeah, I baked some apple crisp cookies the other day.
Sandwich.
Meat.
Threesome.
I'm hungry.
I'm sorry, like y'all just one on top of the other.
I just ate chicken parmesan with spaghetti and some garlic bread and a strawberry lasagna.
Mama's house, that a sandwich?
Meat.
Bisexual.
That'd be me. Yes, please.
All right, first thing come to mind. I ain't mean to say it, but the first thing came to mind was confused. I know that's a bad thing. It's bad, but my first thought was confused. But I understand it. Ooh,
I like that way.
I just call them greedy because they try to take everything.
Ice cream.
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
Vanilla.
Andre?
And whip. Whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
Yes, please.
Touch your toes.
Bend over.
Fetish.
Yes, please.
Nipple.
Water.
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 Yes. Water sports, water in the water. Yeah, water. I accept. Well, not necessarily the water sports, but I do take the water.
Oh, my advice is hot.
Last one is little.
No,
People.
understood. Unacceptable.
Pinky toe. Pinky toe.
It's giving little me.
Only thing that better be little is the shirt on me, okay?
Who is giving size queens?
Or my chocolate chip nipples, okay?
All right, good job, guys. All right, so that's all we got for the show today. It's nice talking to you, Siren, Andre, IJ, and Tiller. And if you guys actually want to join the Nude Show, you can always hit us up on New Content on Twitter, or the newblog.com, or newcontent.com, or newnation.com. You kind of get the point. Hit us up, hit apply, and you can be on the show too. With that being said, we're going to throw up the deuces. And peace out till next time.
In the name of the moon, I will punish you. Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. Share your experience, give your opinion, allow your voice to be heard. If you want to become a content creator, visit thenudeblog.com/apply.